direct and inverse proportion. First we'll see direct proportion. As the name goes, when one quantity increases, if the other quantity also increase, then it is called as a direct proportion. For example, if the cost of one item is 10 pounds, then the cost of 100 items will be 100 pounds. So the number of items, when they increase, the cost is also increasing. The left side is also increasing. The right side is also increasing. So this is a direct proportion. The next thing is inverse proportion. When it is an inverse proportion, when one quantity increases, the other quantity will decrease. For example, 5 people work 2 days to build a wall. So if 10 people are involved, so automatically it will take only 1 day to build the same wall. So that is why here when we check, the number of people are increasing. From 5 it has become to 10. But here what happens to the days? Days have reduced. So one quantity is increasing, the other quantity is decreasing. So this is called as an inverse proportion. That is, this both the quantities increasing at the same time, it is called as a direct proportion, and this one is called as a inverse proportion. We don't call it as indirect, we call it as inverse proportion. First question, find the cost of 48 eggs when 15 eggs can be bought for $2.10. The first question, the number of eggs and the cost. We have to find the cost of 48 eggs and we need to find the cost, and we have the cost for 15 eggs which is given as $2.10. The cost of 15 eggs is given as 2.10. So the cost of 48 eggs will be more only. So this will be a direct proportion. So when it is a direct proportion, we just write it in the same order. That is, this x, whatever is our unknown, we just write it on top so that it is easier for our calculation. So x over 2.1 will be equal to, here I have written this one first, I have written here. So here also what is straight to it? 48. So that one I write on top, 48 over 15. Now our x will be equal to 48 multiplied by 2.1 divided by 15, which will give us an answer of $6.72. So the cost of 48 eggs is $6.72. Second question, a lorry uses 80 liters of fuel on a trip of 280 kilometers. How much fuel would the same lorry use on a trip of 196 kilometers? Second question, the liters used and the kilometers. So we need to find how much fuel is used. So how many liters are used for 196 kilometers, and it is given for 80 liters, the lorry can travel 280 kilometers. So now when the number of liters increase, the distance traveled will also increase. So automatically this is a direct proportion. So when it is a direct, we write it directly. So x over 80 will be equal to 196 over 280. So from here we will get x will be equal to 196 into 80 divided by 280. So it will give us 56 liters. For 56 liters of petrol, the lorry can travel 196 kilometers. Third question, at an average speed of 6 kilometers per hour, a walk takes 5 hours. How long would it take at an average speed of 8 kilometers per hour? Now, the time and the speed is given to us. Time, speed. How long would it take at an average speed of 8 kilometers per hour? So, 8 kilometers per hour, and then the time we need to find. It is given for 5 hours. The speed is 6 kilometers per hour. In this, the distance doesn't change. So, when we decrease the speed, what happens to the time? The time will become more. That is, when speed decreases, the time increases. Here, if you see, speed is decreasing and the time will increase. So when one value is decreasing, the other value is increasing. In that case, we tell it is a inverse proportion. So when it is an inverse proportion, we just write our x over 5. This one, the second quantity, we flip and write it. So we'll write it as 6 over 8. And then the value for x will be equal to 6 multiplied by 5 divided by 8. That will be equal to 3.75 hours. 0.75 is nothing but 45 minutes. So it is 3 hours and 45 minutes. Some friends are sharing the cost of a taxi. If there are 3 friends, it will cost them $18 each. How much will it cost if there are 5 friends? So in our question, we are given with number of friends, the cost. So when the number of friends are 5, we need to find the cost x, and the number of friends are 3, the cost is given as $18. So now here this is the number of friends. When they are 3, it is 18. When there are more numbers, the share what they get, it will reduce. When it is increasing, so this value is decreasing. So it is an inverse proportion. Inverse proportion. So when it is an inverse proportion, it's always better to write our x first. So we'll write this x over 18 will be equal to, this I have written as it is. So this one quantity, either this or this we have to flip and write. So this one I have written as it is. This one I flip it and write. So it is 3 over 5. So it will be, x will be equal to 3 multiplied by 18 divided by 5, which will be equal to 10.80. That is, when there are 3 friends, one person's share is 18. So when there are 5 friends, it has to reduce. So it has reduced 10.80. The fifth question, we are given the ratio of men, women and children. 6, 7 and 3. If you take a total ratio, that is when we add all this, it is equal to 16. Women are 42,000 is given to us. The first thing is, they are asking us to find the number of children. So in order to find the number of children, we just divide one over the other, or 7x cross multiplied. Since it's ratio, 7x will be equal to 3 multiplied by 42,000. So x will be equal to 3 multiplied by 42,000 divided by 7. That will be equal to 18,000. 18,000 children are there. Now the second one, we need to find the total. So it will be 7 over 42,000 will be equal to 16 over y. So now y will be equal to 16 multiplied by 42,000 divided by 7, which will give us the total people will be equal to 96,000. Now we have to find the value 10 years ago in this part. In order to find the value 10 years ago, that is, we are finding the previous value. This is a reverse percentage and it is an increase, percentage increase. So 20 plus 100 will give us 120 percentage. Since it's a reverse percentage, we are finding our previous value. We need to take our percentages in terms of x. 120 over 100 into x will be equal to 42,000. So x will be equal to 42,000 into 100 divided by 120. That will be equal to 35,000. Now in 12,000 people, boys are 48%. We need to find the number of boys. Will be equal to 48 over 100 multiplied by 12,000. This will be equal to 5,760. So the number of girls will be equal to, total is 12,000 minus the boys, 5760. That will give us 6240. These are the number of girls. In the second part of the question, it is given average age of 12,000 children is 10.54. Then average age of boys is given as 10.35. We need to find the average age of girls. So first let us find the total age of children. Total age of children will be equal to total age of boys plus the total age of girls. Now here 12,000 children are there and their average is 10.54. So we have to multiply 12,000 into 10.54. So we get the total age of children. In the same way, we have 5,760 boys are there and their average is 10.35 plus 6,240 girls are there. We need to find their average as X. That will be equal to 126480 will be equal to 59616 plus 6240x. So 6240x will be equal to 126,418 minus 59,616. So x will be equal to 66,864 divided by 6,240. So it will be equal to 10.72. This will be the average age of the girls. When we find ratios, we can cross multiply them and get our answers. But when finding proportions, we need to check whether a proportion is in direct or inverse and then solve it. Thank you.